we should take ownership of our environment. We should pamper it, nurture it, and treat it well. Not defecating in the open, not weighing in the open, not dumping the waste wherever it suits us.
See us Lagos clean.
But to see Lagos as ours and to collectively fix it.
The Ministry of Environment, them they work it day and night.
Hello and welcome. An enforcement operation, a roadside settlement, and then a discovery no one expected. In Agboju, what began as a routine operation uncovered vulnerable mothers, newborn babies, and a situation that demanded more than enforcement. It demanded intervention. It revealed a side of Kai that is rarely seen. And as we bring you that story, we also have an update on something we had investigated before. What happens to goods confiscated during enforcement? This time, our cameras captured another distribution. Two stories that reveal different sides of environmental enforcement. This is the Lagos Environment. I am Ebiarido Buba. Please stay with us.
We are for Lagos State. Ayo, come and see. Papa, mama, see the road is good. See us water clean. No yama yama. Drainage work. Gutter flow. Brother, sister. No more beggy. See the land is green, no. Clean environment. Now the Lagos where we dream, oh. Now him with the sea, oh. Now him with the sea, you. Dalu, oh. Eshe, oh. Nagode.
When you think of Kai, enforcement is probably the first thing that comes to mind. But sometimes, an enforcement operation reveals a story far bigger than the violation that brought officers to a particular location. That was the case in Agboju, where a routine operation uncovered a disturbing reality involving vulnerable mothers and babies, living in unimaginable conditions. What happened next shows that enforcement can sometimes lead to something more: intervention and rescue. This is Enforcement Meets Compassion.
For the Lagos Environmental Sanitation Corps, popularly known as KAI, every day begins with a familiar assignment: enforce the law, patrol the streets, arrest environmental offenders, clear illegal trading points and obstructions, pull down illegal structures, and restore order to public spaces across Lagos. But sometimes in the course of enforcing the law, KAI officers encounter situations that demand more than enforcement. August 10th, 2026 began like any other enforcement operation along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. The team, led by the Corps Marshal, Major Olatunbosun Cole, moved into the Agboju area to clear environmental violations and restore order. The operation continued as planned until the team moved into a shanty settlement built around a dump site, and there they made a shocking discovery. A newborn baby, just 1 day old. The umbilical cord was still attached. A female KAI official was seen attending to the tiny newborn. The baby was immediately rescued and taken to hospital, where the newborn was examined and treated. The mother, who appeared mentally unstable, was also rescued.
Yeah, you see, we've been carrying out clearance operations in that place for I think it is 7 to 8 weeks. 8 weeks. And that particular point that we pick up the baby, we do go there every day to remove those miscreants from there. But on this particular day, when we now go to the place, we now discover that they started building small chanties. So it was in the process we now discover a woman with a baby. It was one of my staff, a lady that discovered the baby. We discovered that the umbilical cord was still there, so we now moved the baby from the trash. We now took her to our vehicle. We now administer a kind of a treatment. Then we now asked her what she needed. She said she needed money. I gave her some money. Then the following day, we went there with clothes and everything. Obviously, we didn't see her. Maybe she had seen our vehicle and she ran away. So luckily for us, On the 10th, we now went to the place again. We now saw her with the baby. Likewise, 2 other ones. So we now said, no, this is the time for this baby to leave this place. Because I now asked her, how do you feed this child? He said that he feeds the boy from what he gets from the dump. And I said, this is not fair. So me and the task force and the IRS, we now take a decision that we just have to save this baby's life.
But there was another discovery. A second baby, 9 days old, also found with the mother on the dump site. The 26-year-old mother was battling drug addiction.
Most of them, they are on drug because a normal being will not live in a dump site. And a woman that is normal, that just has a baby, will not be feeding the baby from the trash he gets from the dustbin. To me, is strange.
And then came an even more disturbing revelation. The mothers were reportedly battling substance addiction, and some of the babies had also been exposed to illicit substances from the earliest days of their lives. These were babies only days old. Completely dependent on the adults around them for survival, the mothers were picked up alongside 3 other mothers and their children. At one of the Kai offices, some of the women were deeply asleep, apparently exhausted from the circumstances in which they had been living. One of them, however, was awake. Her name is Folakemi. She is 24 years old. She had been picked up under a bridge.
So maybe I was 10 years that I came to that area. 10 years. So that is where I school. So I finished my primary school. I went to Agboju secondary school in Ifo. I'm sleeping at that bridge at times, but it has been long. I just came there yesterday that they picked me. That I should come and check the others. Maybe they are still there. But I can't see anyone there. Everywhere is empty. I don't know what is going on. And I don't see anybody that will explain to me till the police came around and picked me up. I'm strong.
You're strong. What's going on? Tell me what's wrong with you.
It's just my body's pain. Just this
What pain? When did you start having it? When you got here or when you were there? When did you start having the body pains?
It's when I got
When you got here, you want to go back. That's why you want to go.
For Folakemi, the underbridge and dump site had become familiar enough to be considered a safe space. But familiarity does not make such an environment safe, particularly for a child. And this raises an important question. What can severe addiction and psychological distress do to a person's ability to care for a newborn?
They may not understand. The drug has altered their brain functioning. In brain functioning, for instance, to start with, you have perception. That is the cognitive skill. You have perception. You have language. You have decision making. You have memory. You have language. You have psychomotor. Everything is domiciled in the brain. And these drugs they are using affect the brain, the way the brain functions. Therefore, perception has been altered, memory has been altered, the executive functioning, the decision-making part of the brain has been altered. So they may not know all these things we are talking about, that the drug they are taking will be affect the unborn child. That's not their concern, because the drug has changed who they are.
Understanding addiction does not excuse exposing a child to danger, but it can help explain why rehabilitation and professional intervention are necessary. The babies were taken to hospital, examined and treated. The mothers were handed over to the Lagos State Rehabilitation Center in Majidun, where they are receiving care and rehabilitation. Their children are also being cared for and protected. Days later, the mothers expressed gratitude for the opportunity to receive help and a second chance to rebuild their lives.
Since I got there, I've been feeling okay. I don't even feeling that I'm taking that kind of thing. It's not, like it's not into my memory again. Or rather, I'm thinking about to, let's say, if I do not take it a day, I'll be thinking, how will I get it? How will I get it? I'm not feeling like that again. The government are trying. Their boss here, the boss that are leading this place is trying. He's taking good care of me and my baby and everyone that is here with me safe. They are taking good care of us.
For since how many days back? So now here that me, like I say, I feed up and bath up. So then, like, and my here picking yourself has taken injection, like as in tongue cutting for a year. And so therefore, I so much appreciate for their help on me and my babies and my siblings.
For Kai, the enforcement operation continued. The area was cleared. But what the officers had encountered was a reminder that some enforcement operations uncover problems that cannot be solved by demolition or clearance alone. Sometimes people need intervention too. 2 days later, along the same Lagos-Badagry Expressway, another shocking discovery. At Barracks bus stop, environmental and security agencies uncovered a makeshift illegal clinic operating inside a roadside shanty. Inside was a patient. His name was Aminu. He was lying on the floor receiving an intravenous drip. The person operating the facility had fled on sighting the officials. Aminu was safely evacuated. The illegal clinic was completely demolished.
It's just that general clearance. The more you clear them, they go back. And this one is even opposite Ojomekre cantonment. When I got there, we now saw a makeshift. So when I aroused our curiosity was, at the back we now saw this drip. What could be happening here? So I now opened the place and I saw the man taking drip. And I asked her, bros, what are you doing here? He said he's sick and he's taking treatment. But this place is not hospital. Opposite to is Ojo cantonment. They have MRS there where you can be treated. So why are you taking medication in a place that is not even conducive at all? The place is smelling. You see a whole lot of defecation all over the place. So we just did what we could do. We pick her from there and we now took her to one hospital and we left. We removed all those shanties there. We just took her from that place, did what we could do, administered the first aid treatment, then we now took her to the hospital.
Authorities subsequently cautioned residents against patronizing unregistered, makeshift or roadside medical facilities because of the serious health and safety risk involved.
You see influx of people coming to Lagos every day. Some of them don't have any business being in Lagos. And the resources the state is having now is overstretched. But the state is really doing a whole lot. You can imagine an operation with 5 agencies since the governor announced it when we were doing the last month environmental sanitation. Some of them don't have any means of identification. If they commit any crime, they will zoom off. So the state is really doing a whole lot. But you can imagine you clearing 300 today and 1,000 will enter tomorrow. So it's a big mess.
2 operations, different discoveries, but both required more than simply enforcing the law. At Agboju, vulnerable children needed protection. At Barracks bus stop, a patient needed to be rescued from an unsafe medical facility. And in both situations, Kai officers responded. Because sometimes enforcement is not only about what is removed, it is also about what is protected. And along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway, Kai found lives that needed protection.
More confiscated items by officials of the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps are being documented and given out to orphanages. DocuStream Media has previously followed the journey of seized items to investigate what actually happens after enforcement operations. Again, our team captured the distribution of food items to designated beneficiary institutions, including orphanages and correctional centers. The beneficiaries of the gesture are House of Mercy Children's Home, Bab Es Salam Orphanage, and Boys Correctional Center in Oregon.
I come here because Kai always invite us here to give us foodstuffs, and this is not the first time I've been coming here. I've been coming here several times. Sometimes they give us rice, they give us meat, they give us vegetable and a lot more. We feed the children with it in the orphanage. They have been trying for us a lot, and this is not even this year. It has been happening since that they have been helping us. With their help, we're able not the things that we cannot even afford to buy. From here they give us, and it's helping us a lot.
I've been collecting it for a long time, at least more than 20 years that I've been working with Bab Salam. They do give us rice, tomato, pepper, coconut, sometimes meat, and all sorts of food items we used to collect to give the orphans and motherless. I have to say thanks to the Lagos State for helping orphan and motherless babies, all that.
The message is simple. Trade only in approved locations. Respect public infrastructure. Obey environmental laws. As Lagos continues to grow, government says enforcement will continue not for the purpose of confiscation, but to restore order, protect public infrastructure, and build a cleaner, safer, and more organized city. The next time you see a Kai truck leaving an enforcement operation, remember, the story doesn't end when the goods leave the streets. For some items, the journey continues to orphanages and correctional facilities. For others, established legal procedures determine what happens next. But perhaps the biggest lesson is this. The surest way to avoid losing your goods is simple. Obey the law. The rescue of newborn babies in Agboju has raised serious concerns about drug abuse and the safety of vulnerable children. This week, we asked Lagosians, what was your reaction to the story? What do you think is pushing young people into hard drugs? What should be done to the babies and their mothers? Should rehabilitation be part of the solution? And should enforcement be intensified to uncover more places where vulnerable people and children may be at risk? Let's hear what they had to say.
Sounds very terrible. You can't be giving your newborn child hard drugs. Come on, that's very bad because it can really harm the child. No, the child could even die.
To me, I think what should be done to such mother is, first of all, the government should take away the baby from the mother and then try to rehabilitate the woman.
First off, I feel like they should foster them. They should take them to an adoption home. Then rehabilitate those mothers. I don't think they should be punished because not everybody deliberately wants to be a nuisance or a bad person. So they should look for the reason if the mother is mentally stable or not.
That kind of child is not safe with that woman. She does not know what it takes to take care of that baby. Because we have some mothers that you don't even dare beat their child. They will tear you. Not talk of giving their child hard drugs. So the baby should be taken from her.
She needed help, definitely, because a sensible person should not give a 1-year-old baby hard drugs. It doesn't make any sense. So she needs, one day, can you imagine? So she needs help. So what we need to do is just to help her, take the baby from her and maybe take her to a rehabilitation center.
And also the mother too should also be taken for possibly rehabilitation, to possibly maybe psychological check to know what is going on psychologically, because I don't think it's actually ordinary. She might be passing through 1 or 2 things. So, but I think that should be done.
It might have gotten to the point rather that she feels that what makes me happy can also make my baby happy. Or, God help us, if she got to the point where she wanted to off the baby's life because she feels that staying in this world will be much harder than if the baby did not come at all. So I feel it's just like we need more psychological help for people, because hard drugs are mostly used as a coping mechanisms by most people.
There is so much rehabilitation center that we have been taking care of them, and government is doing their own part. So I think for me, what I think that will easily curb all this rampaging of this hard drug for the youth is that ADLA, they should put more effort by seizing or destroying so many places that they know they are selling all this hard drug.
Did you know that under Section 81 of the Lagos State Environmental Management and Protection Law 2017, sleeping under bridges, building shanties, or setting up unauthorized businesses on road setbacks is a serious offense? Offenders may be arrested by officials of the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps and face a fine of up to 250,000 naira or a 3-month prison sentence. Turning public spaces into makeshift dump sites or burning refuse openly also violates state sanitation laws. Corporate offenders may be fined up to 1 million naira, while individuals face heavy fines, mandatory community service, or imprisonment in an environmental correctional facility. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Keep Lagos clean, keep Lagos safe, and stay on the right side of the law. Maintaining a clean, safe, and orderly Lagos requires the collective responsibility of government and residents. While government continues to enforce environmental laws and reclaim public spaces, residents also have a responsibility to obey the law and support efforts to protect the environment. The Honorable Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, has a message for residents of Lagos State.
Lagos is not a jungle. It's a state governed by law. And if you choose to be a resident or a visitor, just live within the ambit of the law of the state, and you have no problem with us. Don't throw your waste on the road. Don't defecate in the middle of the media. Don't pee by the roadside. Don't use a single-use plastic that has been banned or styrofoam. Don't make your party noise from your sound blaring speakers disturb your neighbor. Be fair to them. Don't free ride the system. Pay for your waste.
Ministry of Environment, them they work it day and night.
Today's stories remind us that enforcement is not just about clearing the streets. It is also about protecting lives, supporting the vulnerable, and building a cleaner, safer Lagos. Obey the law, respect public spaces, and play your part. If you witness an environmental violation, report it through the official channels displayed on your screen. That's all on the Lagos Environment this week. Thank you for watching. Join us again next week.
see us Lagos clean. Come see us Lagos green. Oh. The Ministry of Environment. Them they work it day and night. Thank you.